Good morning and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 343 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. The market across the globe at this hour is still very much mixed, while some markets are still flashes in nature. We are seeing some already pulling back what in red as a result of profit taking and also reaction and expectation of what is going on globally because we have seen that the rate volatility has continued to kind of unfold, and that also give you what is like to be the economic outlook for what for the rest of the year. That means we expect this rate of volatility to continue as the economy outlook unfold in the last quarter or the final quarter of the year. But I will tell you that what is going on as we speak now across the globe in terms of policy meeting is what will fix direction of the market or what will dictate where the market will be going. But I believe that you as a trader, because this is time for you to have a plan and also trade your plan. And while you trade your plan, there are things that we're going to discuss that will help you also to trade that plan effectively by combining your technical analysis and also looking at what the candlestick is telling you to know the sentiment, the psychology, and also the attitude behind what the movement in the market. That means you must look at what is the strength behind what you are buying. Is the strength weak? And also now that we expect to see volatility, in rates, in the last quarter of the year, how are you going to position? Which sector is going to benefit if this rate continues to go up, or if they going to see pause that we're expecting to see today? If that happen, that pause, how long will it stay? How which sector will benefit from this pause? You need to understand all this because I tell you, all you trade on equity is what the performance of what of the company. Why is the performance? Earnings is very very key. That's why I say earnings count in a bear market, in a bull market. If some technical technicians like us will say, oh, fundamental does not matter, it already reflects on what on the price because everything is kind of display on the price. It's also tell you that that fundamental is the attitude of people that as a result of the fundamental you are seeing in the price. That is why if you are investing and you are looking away, what will drive the earnings of the company? What is the business model behind this number? What is the attitude or the seasonality behind the company's numbers? You need to understand all this so that it will go a long way to help you to know what to do per time, especially as the third quarter of 2023 is gradually winding down to usher in the last quarter of the year. And that's what I will hear you say at the beginning. We see what called the Q3 earnings reporting season. And that is why if you look at the mantra in the matured market that says sell in May and buy in October, why they say so? Because on the strength of the Q3 number of this company, because most of the stocks or the company in market market, most of them go with the fiscal year of 12 months. And most of them, that is why I said sell in May and buy in October, because in October they were looking at what the Q3 numbers of these companies to know exactly, because after they are coming back from their work, for their summer, from their break, then they position for the end of the year, knowing that the Q3 number carry a lot of weight for you to make easy forecast for what's likely to come out from the companies at the end of the day, because you're already seeing the consistent quarter performance of the company, then you can really forecast the last quarter, which is the 90 days, are going to see gradually going into from the upper week. For me, this is what investors should look at. You must look at what is driving. Yes, we are seeing that in different investment window, one reason or the other is making them to go up and down. But you as a trader or investor, you must know why you are in a market or in a particular individual stock or a particular trade is going to go a long way to guide you, because it is what is happening in that market will also have influence. When I said that the market direction has about 50% influence on equity prices, you understand what I mean? Because if there's liquidity in the market, you are seeing it going up. I tell you, we're going to drag some of other indicators, other sectoral movement up. Also, if it's going down in the same direction, that's why if liquidity is entering the market, you're going to sit in the market and also individuals, because it's individual stocks that also contribute to the market. Sentiment will also provide the liquidity in the market. You must balance all this so that at the end of the day, you will know exactly what you are doing in the market. You will not be moved up and down the market. Rather, you take advantage of up market to take profit and also take advantage of down market to buy. And also, timing is key. You must not be in the market always, like I tell you, that there's a time for you to be in the market, a time to hold cash and watch, to look for another opportunity to jump into the market. This is what we want to discuss. If time permits us in another segment of the discussion. Yes, look at what's happening in global market, starting from Asia market. So the Asia market is also creeping lower this morning ahead of what Fed rate decision date. Today is the day. It started the meeting in Fed, started the meeting also. The the policy meeting started yesterday in US. Today is decision day, whether the rate will be hiked or not. But I will tell you from pool opinion, we are saying that many players or market analysts are saying that yet it's an opportunity for them to pause again before whether the last one that will come for this year in November they will also hike. But that everybody is looking for. But if first surprise the market today that we're seeing a hike, that would be a surprise. But I will tell you, because of that, the kind of forecasting or kind of expecting the rate pause in US, you can see that the positive market we have seen in the last Monday, Tuesday has continued this morning. Even when this morning we see that one of the indices in US is in green, while that of two are still flat, not in red, not in green, but flat as we speak right away. But I was saying, I'm looking at what is happening in Asia market. Asia market is down as a result of what all eyes on what on Fed decision. And despite that, the risk of now before this closing close watch that we're seeing on rate is also continuing in Asia market. But don't forget also in Asia market also sentiment also moving to see the GDP data for what for New Zealand in that zone also, and Russia China has also continued to move up and down, even when focus also moving toward to see what Bank of Japan is going to do in their Friday meeting, as speculation that they are likely to do what to look away from negative interest rate is imminent. They are likely to do that. That's also what is also driving that market there. But in all this, good thing that also investors in India market are using the opportunity of what is happening in Asia market to cash out their profit, which I say that profit taking is part and part of the market, not the market dynamic. It's also what we are seeing in the India market right away now as we speak. But I'll tell you that even as all eyes are still fixed on what is going to happen today from Fed. But the good news that if you look at what is happening in Asia market, that yes, like will interest you that, as I said, that in India we're seeing kind of renew, even profit taking, but we're seeing that the economy is giving a pointer where they are going. That the thing that in that zone is also changing a little again. But the Asia companies that are into chip producing, they are still extending their loss. Why are they extending loss? Because of what of a report that demand for chips have dropped because of what the largest contract from these companies are also shaking. This is why we are seeing that the delivering has slowed down, and also that's also affecting the market because delay to have access and also demand for it also is also dropping. These are the things we are seeing in the Asia market. But if you look at what is happening in Europe, we are seeing that the figure that came from terms of inflation data that came from UK or from London, whatever we call it, we're seeing a kind of a slowdown in their inflation for the month of August, which is also a plus ahead of the meeting of their own monetary policy there. We can call it the MPC also meeting tomorrow. Then so that also with this information, although there are already kind of a speculation or kind of a assumption that they're likely to also pause, since we have seen yesterday that China also have paused their own rate at for that to make it unchanged. And also, if US also Fed will do the same thing today, that they might likely do that in Bank of England tomorrow because their inflation rate has slowed down, and also the job data also that are coming out that managed from that is also not looking bad. This is what I believe that what is happening in the commodity market, which is the oil price, is also a threat to all this meeting across the globe. This different central bank, because when we are seeing oil price hitting as high as $95 above, for the first 10 months of this year, it tells you that it's a call for concern. But good news again that this morning we have seen that at this hour we saw a pullback of profit taking in that in that space, and also as a US drawdown, they're also analyzing all this data. That's why we are seeing that the oil price have kind of pulled down sharply to around 93.47 as we speak now, from almost 95.17 yesterday. This has a lot of profit taking and also analyzing it, and also the expectation of rate hike and all those stuff. These are the things we're also pushing down. And as I've said earlier, that concern for demand also for oil, because when the economy is shaking, especially the largest economy, US and China, we are seeing that the economic data we're seeing is still very, very much mixed. And that also saying that the fear of recession is still not totally out. It's still there, because if we are not seeing a change at the last quarter of the year, there might see fear that in 2024 might see recession coming at the first quarter globally. These are the things that also that are fear of demand, and also despite the supply tight as a result of Saudi Arabia and Russia cutting their production. These are the things also we are looking at as investors. We must put into perspective so that it will guide your decision to know exactly what to do next. Yes, looking at what's happening also in US. US, this market, I've said earlier that we were seeing that the three indicators, one is in green, while the other was in flat. But also, I will tell you, because also Fed decision is very, very key. All eyes are still on what to come out of it this morning. But also they will call an instant card public offer that also they're going to they start today in that environment too. Is also what is also supporting the market in US. But I believe that the US market for me is what also will be that will fit the tune in terms of rate. If Fed this morning or at this hour or at the end of today, if us come out with a policy statement that they are pausing, that will be a plus also. It might also kind of extend to what we're seeing in what in uh, in the Bank of England tomorrow. Then these are the things I say we should just share before we go to look at what is also happening in the market. Like I said earlier, we saw a dip of the inflation figure, the consumer price index, unexpectedly to 6.7 percent in August from almost 7.1% in July. For me, it's a good one for England, and that is why we are seeing that we expect to see a kind of likely pause. But I believe that the decision of the policymakers, like I said earlier, that if you are coming back to see what is happening in Africa, Africa market is mixed. Why Nigeria this hour? I think that our market is already on a pullback. On a pullback, when market has formed a strong consolidation at this level. For me, pulling back, I am not surprised. For what the article I wrote this morning, I said it that the market is already will see a breakout or a fake out. Seeing the market coming down at this point, I am not surprised. And it's something that is still within the world. That consolidation rate, which is very, very heavy and strong. And don't forget that the last quarter of the year, go and check the history of our market, Nigeria market, is the quarter we see activities most times, and for almost straight a decade. Go and check it like that. The last quarter has always been a very, very, very favorable quarter for the market. And that tells you that if already market is always hitting above 68,000 mark, within that third quarter, with information we expected and we see change, we might likely being end of the year, we expect the market likely to hit that 70,000, which I said yesterday again. I'm still telling you why it's going to hit that level, because we're seeing that we're entering the real quarter that activities, those that have not really invested, or more, everything want to change because of what? Because of the end of the year activities that comes. And that tells you that for you as a trader or investor, you must understand all this seasonality and timing in the market to go ahead to help you in taking what informed investment decision. Once you're able to take this information, it's going to go a long way also to help you. Before I continue on the market data, well, let me quickly show you a chart that will help you to have a better understanding. When I said the last quarter of the year is very, very important, you can look at this chart I just displayed now. This is the current quarter that is going to end by next week. After this Friday, the upper Friday, the last trading day of this month of September. That will be the last trading day of the month and the same time of the quarter. And I told you earlier that we're about to see dressing for the quarter. That also will happen this month. You can see that the rate for the first quarter, second quarter this year has been an uptrend. That tells that if we continue to see this quarter uptrend, we might see a little profit taking at this period, but that also creates opportunity for you to buy, because the year is going to likely to end also in a better position, ushering us into what another earning season that comes with dividend in the first quarter of 2024. If you look at this trend now, check here. This is the last quarter for 2022. You can see that after we experienced a down quarter in Q3, Q4 was in green. You now go down here and see also at this point you can see that Q4 was in green. After we have seen Q1, Q2 in red, you can see that Q3 and Q4 extended. Also, you can see the period that the last quarter of the year is already always in green. Also, you can see the last quarter of 2020 that after the market has hit the 11 years low in 2020 around the first quarter, which is March, after the news of COVID-19 broke out in Nigeria. But when the market rebound in Q2, I think that's an extension of Q2, Q3. We can see the momentum that we saw in Q4, where the seasonality of Santa Claus rally, end of the year, all this will come in any season for this period. And also we are seeing that the new government is coming with a lot of reform. Today, our president will be, will be ringing bell in New York exchange today. It's a plus. You can see the discussion is having at the ongoing, world leaders meeting also in US. For me, I think that this is a plus for Nigeria. But the good thing is that if they're not having policies of sort, I will see consistency. And also, we're seeing that people that have been appointed, in the place of office, let's see if also they will go there. So at the Cavaton, I'm not surprised at seeing Cavaton at this price. Also followed by, better paint, also almost 10%. Better paint also up. The charms have sustained that momentum for almost 3 days now, from Monday to date. Also, we're seeing Owando also surrender momentum, almost 14 naira 50 gogo. Owando is heading toward 15 naira already. Investors should take twice. Those that have entered, not to talk about taking profit, and those that still want to jump in, you have to trade with caution when it comes to Owando. Then the last one there is what is Miss Oil. Miss Oil is also up by almost 9.5% up. So for me, these are the top gainers. And on the volume activity chart, activities volume in terms of activities, we are seeing that Owando is dominating this morning, leading by 78.1 million share traders so far. No, Codeville Business Solution 64 point. Codeville Business Solution, we need to get it clear. This company are also kind of signify, or notify the exchange of what was the voluntary delisting. That if you are trading this kind of stuff, you have to think twice and also find out what price are they delisting, so that you'll be able to saw what happened even in 2 million share traded so far in Japan Gold. Yes, Japan Gold is one of the penny stock that also, if you are there, you have to play smart with this kind of stuff. Don't just stay put and sleep there. Know why you are there, and move with the time. Timing is very, very important as you speak. Just like I said yesterday, that those that have paid for the master class, even this morning we have seen a lot of people paying for it. For those that are paying, I'll tell you that at the end of this master class coming next week, your pass out to not this one, that I will assure you that at the end of this master class, we are coming out with what, with new trade ideas, strategies, and what to add insight, and also much more a deeper understanding of the market, all of which also can navigate you into what, into improve your trading result, at the same time your skill, your knowledge, and your confidence in the market. And when you trade and invest in the market with confidence and knowledge, I'll tell you, you are not panicking. When you see people panicking, you know what to do, because you are not guessing in the market. You have the understanding, and also when you see consensus coming from group of experts in the market, giving you the same direction, it boosts your confidence, and that's why those that have not reached that opportunity for you. But I said earlier, I can see people that have even taken advantage of the 5% discount that are not member of Buy Signal. They are already paying at almost 225 because they want to take advantage of what, of the 5% discount also. I will encourage you also, you do the same, so that at the end of the day, you also be in forward for a better investment decision. Yes, like I said, I want to look at some things that is very essential. Even with the chart here, we can start with them. Looking at this chart already, like I said, look at the chart first and know the direction. After the market has almost formed a double top, coming back to approach the latest peak of 68,457, so that they're almost a double top. But right now, the market is on a strong consolidation level from here to here. Even yesterday, I showed you that the market has formed ascending a triangle, which is also still intact as we speak now. But I want to draw something so that you understand what I'm saying. This is also a consolidated level, very heady one indeed, because I'll tell you there's nothing shaking it and changing it. Look at this level from here to here and see what I've got now. This is another consolidation. You can see from up here and up here. You can see a touch here, it came down, a touch here, it don't touch, it's coming down again. This once the market is able to break out this, that's a new trend. Also, when they break this one down, that will also give you sign for what, for another that will confirm a decline market. But because of use the moving average to kind of filter the noise, we'll call up our T line, that's 8 days moving average exponential. That will also help you to know exactly what to do as a trader or investor. But what I've drawn now to tell you to say that this is still the consolidation level between here and here. I'm already forming almost a double top, and I tell that when you see a double top, it's time for you to slow down, time for you to take profit, because the process of it breaking out is very, very slim or high, depending on the volume. But when you see market coming to a double top, it's for that it's likely to pull back is there because until you break it out, that's when a new trend is confirmed. And I can see that even testing it was seen already profit taking, and this level where the market is now, and because also all eyes on what MPC meeting will look like. The decision will come on Monday and Tuesday, and also the earning season that's coming in October. What will be the strength of the number? Already we have seen that they continue no efforts really going to hit those sectors that have suffered in Q2 because there's no improvement so far. While those companies have really maintained their positive performance are likely to continue. Even some that are yet to report their FS gain might likely do for Q3. But for the banks, we have seen the circular from the Central Bank of Nigeria that the banks will not use the FS gain for a dividend or for operation. But looking at the numbers of this bank, you can already see that the banks on their own have done well. Looking at what their trading incomes and also their interest income, which is a net interest income we have seen so far. This shows that the banks are really healthy, and also for me, there's no cause for alarm. The figure we are seeing in terms of their Q2 number, if Q3 comes, we're able to also in Q3 and able to know exactly what to do. Investors should not also worry at all for bank, but others in that service sector, should keep your eyes with what the insurance industry, the airline, the other financials like custodian ally, custodian, investment PLC. We're talking about your cap, Africa Prudential. All of them are service sector. You need to also look at them. Also, don't forget that the oil and gas is also a sector that you should watch. And also, I think that utility sector is very key, especially at this point. And don't forget again that I said in this class, if you look the work for the payment companies, this payment company, which is they call it, might say the ITs or the tech companies in Nigeria. I talk of Charm, talk about e-transact, talk of computer hardware, and others that are in that industry. It is time for you to keep because I tell you the way we are going, tech these days with artificial intelligence and also government going to work e-government in terms of trying to boost their tax their tax trying to put their internal generated income for the state. All of them are going to go now on platform to kind of block loopholes and all those stuff. That means these companies, Charms, eTransact, computer, computer warehouse, do the CWG. All of them, I see potential in them, and this is also a plus for those that will design to very design investor or trader to start taking advantage of all these. These are the things we also will look at as trader. Like I said, I was going to look at two things. If you look at the chart here, I've showed already. For the fact that you must get one clear market sentiment is very important. Looking at the chart we are seeing right now at the last candlestick here, which is also red, when we tell that the sentiment here is what is a sell sentiment. That's why we are seeing a pullback. People here are taking profit already because markets at this level and price of stock are moved. I think market was accumulation stage here before we saw the markup. I think that you must see 2 or 3 going to see a trend. This trend has come to this level now. A breakout is what we are looking at, and that's why this clear market sentiment is very key. At this point now, we are seeing a sell sentiment in the market. People are taking profit. That's why I are seeing a red candlestick. Have it at the back of your mind. Another thing also is very important is timing. Identify your exit and your entry strategy. This thing is very important. Once you're able to do that, it also help you to point out a reversal pattern or a continuation pattern. Like I said, when I draw this thing yesterday, I told you that was a bullish descending triangle, which you saw the market closed in the green yesterday. Before I told you during the class that it's likely to close, which it did. But now market has already formed as our class was going on. They have not formed almost this double top here. Not that formed it after the end of trade yesterday. I know that this morning, said I will see a breakout or a fake out. We are not using a fake out because it's coming down. You need to also have these are the things that you need to know. Your entry and exit strategy. Make sure that when you see the candlestick, read it and see where it's going to know whether the sentiment in the market have changed. Now we're seeing a bearish sentiment right away because of what? Because of profit taking activities in the market. And also this is what we call a reversal pattern also because I say timing is very important. This is a reversal pattern we're seeing what in the trend pulling back again. Another one is also what we call you must understand how to manage risk. And how do you manage this? You manage this using your word candle signal that can help you to integrate the risk management strategy such as what your stop loss, take profit, take profit at the right time. In other words, take profit at the take profit order or point to mitigate losses and also to protect what your gain. Why it is very important that when you say time to take profit, before you enter a stock, you have known your buy range, also you know your stop loss and your profit target. What is that profit? Take your profit. That's what you are selling now. Take profit and you see that potential is going to work. You're already taking profit gradually, you are protecting. But when you see that what attracted your company is not there, you sell out and it will show. Like we're seeing a pullback now in the market. We know that it's still within the consolidation range, which is here, that until you break it out here, that is where there will be serious concern. The breakout here will also be a good news for the market. That's why you need to keep your finger crossed and invest with what? With knowledge. Yes, let's call up our our T line. Is very very good to filter noise in the market. You need to call that T line up right now. We need to call MACD. Yesterday we use a we use a ADS. Today we're looking at a MACD. We take our money flow and also take our T line. You can see that the T line here is 90, but we have to change it to what? To 8 days moving exposure on any time frame. Is good for you to to filter the noise and also to read your support and your resistance level. Even at the market is trying to pull back this hour, and that is still what above the T line. Let me make it bold for you to see what I'm saying here. It's still above what? Above the T line. Yeah, you can see this is yesterday market. This hour I see above the T line, and for me the volume is still very relatively small. But let's wait and see. But see above the T line there that this top profit taking has given us sign already to know what is going on in the market. We know that this what, but the good thing is that it's still within that strong or healthy, what I call healthy consolidation range at that point. That means there's no cause for alarm. Also, if you look at your MACD here, that's why MACD is a lacking indicator. But I think that MACD histogram is telling us it's already turning to become bullish, which is here. And once this blue line cross the red one, it confirms what? It confirms a bullish trend. And money flow has also come back as high what? At 73 from as low as 67.74 it closed yesterday. There's not end in the market. Even as we're seeing a slowdown here, I see that for me, this is a good thing to watch also in the market. As more money flow is already reading at 74, we need to keep our finger crossed and watch this market. There's no cause for us to panic at all. If you look at the market on different time frame, look at what the market is doing on the 1 hour chart, on the 1 hour time frame. On 1 hour time frame, you can see here that it's already pulling back flat on the T line, and that's why I tell you that the day chart was what that is always showing a sign of reversal on the candlestick. You can see it here that we see profit taking here, but MACD is here to confirm. But you can see also that we are seeing the MACD histogram here, and then once it confirms, that also give you a bullish word, a bearish sentiment or momentum. But money flow is here around 82 on a 1 hour chart. We quickly look at what is happening on 15-minute chart. This 15-minute chart we are seeing, you can see that it's already below what the T line. The profit taking activities is there, which MACD are also confirmed. You can see it for yourself. That's why I said you must know how to use all this time frame effectively to help you catch what is happening in the market. Good one from here. We'll quickly look at the charm again. I know why we're looking at charm, so that I will explain to you. If you are in this class yesterday, I said something that all eyes on what? On a strong resistance level, which is another double top we are seeing on charms. We want to see if charms has maintained that. Okay, you can see now that charms, they say this is the highest before at what naira 41 kobo. When it got here, you can see that the supply and demand, buyer and seller fought heavily here before the next week. So that you saw a breakdown, and that pullback will continue. You can see where it is today. Came down, trying to also move up. You can see here, but right away as we speak now, we are seeing already a breakout from this resistance on a good volume. But also seeing a sign of also profit taking in this stock. You can see the red volume here. But other chart, we'll go to other chart to confirm at 1 naira 45 kobo. That kind of breakout the 1 naira 41 kobo. It tested earlier around the early August. Late July, you can see it here. But now that it has formed almost a saucer here too, with this chart pattern we are seeing here. From this lane, it can see like a saucer. Let's wait and see how far it's going to work. Now that today we are seeing a good volume, and this stock is breaking out this level. Will this volume continue tomorrow? Our money flow is also reading 92, and MACD is very very positive now as to speak. But looking at MACD is very positive on the chart. You must look at all this to know exactly what to do with charms. Whether you take profit right away with charms now, you will know exactly what to do at this moment. You have to understand what you should do right away in this position. For those that are here profit taking, I would say it's very, very allowed. You can take it, it can be slowly profit taking. But for those that are new to taking position, once tomorrow morning or you see that this trend continue on a good volume, you can jump in. That means another new trend has started entirely. Now it has broken this 140, 141 with this volume, good one. But let's see what will happen. But quickly look at 15-minute chart of charts. It will also give us an insight. On 15-minute chart, we're seeing also profit taking has already started taking already in the stock gradually. You can see it here. But we can also see that it's slowing down to see here that the MACD is also histogram is coming down and money flows around 81. That's why you need to look at all this when you are taking your investment decision. Is very, very important. This one also, let's see what is happening in Owando. We've seen Owando have been kind of put front and back, no market reacting to one information or one news or what looking at the number released realistically, identifying what it looked like, which I said on the day I did that. Yes, we see the factors that contributed to their work, to their profit. That we mentioned about the impediment, kind of reverse. All of them impacted. We saw, also trading income and other stuff. But I said it at the end of the day that Owando is having accumulative loss of almost 460 or 480 billion. But let's see how market is going to work. Because all eyes are still on what's going to happen on October in terms of the court case and also how the 2022 financial year will look like. Also, again, this Owando, let's look at Owando as a day. You can see that it has moved up to as high as 1460 today, came down as almost at 1350. Back again, you can see that going front and back. You can see that selling profit taking also have also hit the stock. We saw supply today, people to profit, people entered. But the good thing that the momentum is still very strong. Looking at MACD, our money flows almost still leading 100 like it was yesterday. If you look at it at 1 hour chart, and see what it looked like in 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, we are seeing that it's still very, very strong. But I'll tell you that before the previous hour, we saw a good volume that is also on a sell volume. But now we're seeing a small volume that also coming positive. But MACD is still very positive. Money flow still 100 on 1 hour chart. If you look at what is happening on 15-minute chart for the stock, you need to tell us that gradually you can see that momentum is also coming down. Good to see this blue one coming, crossing the red one down. That tells you that selling position, people are taking profit already in stock, but there's still potential in the stock. Like I said, if you want to invest in Owando, you must have a big heart at the same time, be ready to lose your money. Like I said, money to invest. That means, like we said in the equity market, put the money that you have comfortable to lose, you won't it will affect you. In this kind of situation, if you are putting money in Owando, put the kind of money that when you lose it, you won't feel bad. And also, for me, there's another question I want to point out that if they say initially that they're going to be list at 7 naira, 15 kobo, right now I sell almost 15 naira. I don't see them listing also at that price. I mean, it's also a pointer where the stock is going forward for those that are in the stock. You need to understand all this as well as trader and investor in the market. On this note, because of our time, I will say thank you and see you tomorrow again. Enjoy the rest of your trading day because I think that the market is still on profit taking. I'm not surprised because at this level of the market, it's about to happen for people to take and watch what will be the outcome of the MPC meeting. And also, our focus are still on Access Bank result and that of Mansard achieved that likely to pay 3 dividend. Believe that before the end of the month, we're likely to see these companies announcing their result. That will also be a plus for those in this position. On this note, I say bye. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your trading day.